Nation is bidding their last farewell to legendary singer Zubeen Garg. But what about the post-mortem report? What are the new findings and new revelations? Let's discuss it this morning. Assam is all set to pay its final respects to legendary singer Zubeen Garg with a second post-mortem scheduled amid the ongoing investigations into his untimely death. Assam's Chief Minister Hemant Biswa Sarma has confirmed that the post-mortem will be conducted under the supervision of a team from AIIMS Guwahati. Chief Minister Sarma said the decision was made with the consent of Zubeen Garg's wife, clarifying that the second post-mortem is not a public demand but a move to ensure transparency amid certain fringe calls for clarifications.
Self is a big fan of Zubeen, and I personally feel that he should be above controversy the way, because the post-mortem report cannot be better than Singapore in Guwahati, because they are technically much better place than Guwahati. So I personally did not wanted to encourage a cutting of his body. You know how post-mortem is done. But still, as a chief minister, I cannot go by my own emotion. I have to take decision on the basis of mitigating circumstances. So as there is demand, and I have seen one or two leading people has also raising this demand, so we have decided to accept the demand, and morning it will take 2 hours. We will go through the process. And his family also consented. His wife, I discussed with his wife through Pavitra, and the family has also said that okay, let it be done. We have no problem.
Now, preparations for the funeral are currently underway at Kamarkuchi NC village, with family members and authorities coordinating to ensure the event reflects the singer's immense stature and contribution to Assami culture. In a tribute to the local artist, Assam Minister and AGP Working President Keshav Mahanta announced that 10 bighas of land will be allocated to construct a memorial at the funeral site. Thousands of fans gathered in Guwahati on Sunday to bid a tearful farewell to Assam's beloved cultural icon, Zubeen Garg, who passed away in Singapore on September 19th. Grief-stricken admirers queued through the night, waiting hours for a final glimpse of the singer, whose mortal remains were placed in a glass casket draped with the traditional Assami gamosa. The emotional scene left many in tears as fans struggled to come to terms with the loss of their favorite star. Zubeen Garg had travelled to Singapore to perform at the Northeast India Festival scheduled for September 20th, but tragedy struck just a day before his performance there, leaving fans and the cultural fraternity in shock and mourning. The city of Guwahati and the entire Northeast is now united in grief as one of its brightest stars is laid to rest, leaving behind an unforgettable legacy of music and inspiration. My colleague Digjyoti Lakar is joining us on the broadcast to provide us more detail. Digjyoti, if you could just quickly highlight the latest updates you have received with regards to second autopsy report, because we have been given to understand the second post-mortem is first currently underway and then Zubeen's body will be cremated.
Yes, actually, the thing is that after the public demand and the senior people, they raised the question of post-mortem or autopsy again in Assam, or as far as Bharatiya Nyaya Sanghita, as per Indian constitution and Indian rule and regulation, to be done at beloved singer Zubeen Garg, and that has been going on right now, Guwahati Medical College Hospital. And we have seen in the early morning, the body has been brought to Guwahati Medical College Hospital with honor and with dignity. And right now, the autopsy is going on inside the Guwahati Medical College premises in the presence of not only the senior doctors from Guwahati Medical College, but the government of Assam has also brought specialist doctors from AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science, Sangsari unit. So right now, autopsy is going on, and after that, his body will be taken to again Horu Hojai Stadium, that is Bhogeshwar Borua Stadium, where from there, Zubeen's wife, Gorima Soikia Garg, his closest relatives, already a list of 85 people have been submitted by family members to the district administration. They will be, all will be placed in 4 vehicles, and that will be followed. The Zubeen's carrying ambulance. Then they will march along with the people. Lakhs of people are expecting to participate in this large journey to be held at Kamarkusi NC village in Sonapur, and we are expecting around the last performance will be around 2 to 3 hours. In Kamarkusi already all stage has been made ready, and even the local people of Sonapur, mostly the Karbi community are living there. They have been donated the red sandalwoods to the deported soul, their beloved soul, the heartthrob of young generation of not only Assam and Northeast India and even beyond that. And we have seen that everyone is ready to say bid adieu to the late artist.
Digjyoti, just for the better perspective of our viewers, could you also tell us what were the findings as far as the first post-mortem report is concerned?
Sakshi, the government of Assam has not received the first post-mortem report. As we came to know, it is totally done in Singapore because due to the government of Assam approached Indian High Commissioner there in Singapore to do a autopsy report there, and they have done it, and through high technical way. And what we came to know, it is through MRI process they did in Singapore, and the Singapore authority has not handed over the post-mortem report yet, and that is why people are been raising question regarding second-time post-mortem in Assam, because when Zubeen was died at that time, even he has been faint, and even people expressed that fear that he might be, someone might give some poison to him, because in the previous night he was participating in a late night party. It was a cocktail dinner party late night, and that has been organized by some person whose name has not been come out. And the next morning around 12, he went in a UH along with 11 people from Singapore. All are basically NRIs, but along with them and crew members of Zubeen, they went for a private tour in an island, and in that particular near island, when they are swimming, the incident was happened.
But a lot of reports and speculations have been doing rounds about the possible reason of what might have happened to Zubeen, how he exactly lost his life, and a lot of people are actually speculating that this might have happened perhaps because of drowning.
Yes, obviously the reason has been given in a High Commissioner report. Death of cause is drowning, but the thing is that the incident, how it has been happened, and because Zubeen is a known patient of epilepsy, and there is earlier in Guwahati also, in two to three times she had been admitted in a severe condition in the Guwahati hospital for treatment, and the doctor even suggested and asked him to avoid water and fire, because everyone knows that for epilepsy patient, it is better to stay away from fire and water. And in that circumstances, how Zubeen manager Siddharth Sharma and the Northeast India Festival organizer who brought him to Singapore, Shyam Kanu Mohanto, why they have been so neglected with this artist whom love the people of Assam, the young generation, irrespective of even generation, everyone loved him. Why they did this kind of negligence, that is the big question raised by everyone. And even people have been shouted slogan to hang both Shamkanu Mahanta and his manager Siddharth Sharma. Even Siddharth Sharma came along with the body of Zubeen Garg flown from Singapore to New Delhi.
Okay.
And once he arrived in New Delhi, Siddharth Sharma is disappeared totally.
Okay, Digjyoti, thank you so much for providing us all the details that have emerged in this case so far. I also have Mr. G.M. Srivastav, ex-DGP Assam and Tripura. He's also the ex-security advisor to Chief Minister of Assam. So thank you so much for joining us for this conversation here at News 9. So Mr. Srivastava, I want to ask you, how exactly do you view this second post-mortem happening on Zubeen Garg's body, because emotions are running very high. There are multiple demands coming in from his fans. They are angry. They are also mourning at the same time. We heard from our reporter that there are demands and calls for hanging the managers who escorted him to Singapore.
I think it would be too early to be commenting on these things. Today the time is to bid a final farewell to our dear Zubeen. The situation and other things, of course, it's a matter of investigation. We cannot be just go for a knee-jerk reaction to these things. Of course, there may be a lot of things which one would like to know about, and those things people have been mentioning. But let's wait for the reports to come from Singapore and also the post-mortem report. There's nothing wrong in a second post-mortem being done in India, because after all, one has to satisfy. And in the absence of the first report, which has not yet arrived. So I'll suggest that one should wait. Today we should only concentrate on paying the respectful tribute and bid a farewell to our dear Zubeen and not go into this kind of things. For this, we have a lot of time, and all matters that the government has assured will be looked into. The cases have been registered. So it will be too early, too premature to be commenting on these things.
Srivastava, thank you so much for joining us for the conversation, providing your expertise with regards to the case going on at the moment. For now, we know that the entire Northeast, in fact the entire nation, is mourning for the loss of legendary singer Zubeen Garg. Let's bring you some more details. So Assam's celebrated singer, composer, actor, and of course the heartthrob of generations, Zubeen Garg, unfortunately has passed away at the age of 53 following an epileptic seizure in Singapore. Often described as a cultural icon, Zubeen Garg's music shaped generations in Assam and beyond. From soulful Assami hits like Maya Bini Ratir Sur to nationwide fame with Ya Ali in the Bollywood film Gangster, his versatility earned him fans across India. Though his life was cut short, Zubeen Garg's voice will live on echoing in the hearts of millions who grew up with his songs.
A voice that defined generations has fallen silent. Assam's pride, India's beloved singer Zubeen Garg, is no more. He died in Singapore after a tragic accident. He was only 52. For millions, Zubeen was more than a singer. He was an emotion, he was their identity, he was home.
बोलने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं एक्चुअली. जुबिन दा हमारे लिए प्राण है, तो क्या बोलूँगी, उसके लिए तो कुछ मतलब शब्द ही नहीं निकल रहा है अभी.
He made his debut with Assami's album Anamika in 1992 and went on to become a cultural icon in his home state. But it was his Bollywood breakthrough, the haunting song Ya Ali from the film Gangster in 2006, that made him a sensation. Born in Tura, Meghalaya, Zubeen grew up in a family of poets and singers. Named after the legendary Zubeen Mehta, music was in his blood. He sang in more than 40 languages, played 12 instruments, and became Assam's highest paid singer. But beyond the fame, Zubeen was the voice of his people. Villages named a bridge after him. The state raised a 20-foot statue in his honor. Such was the love he inspired.
Zubeen Garg Dangoria ba amar moromor Zubeen ei সংসাৰত নাই, তেখেতে এই সংসাৰৰ পৰা আঁতৰি গৈছে. মৰ্মান্তিক ঘটনা, মৰ্মান্তিক দুখদায়ক ঘটনা।
Tonight, his absence leaves a void that words cannot fill. But his songs, his soul will live on. Gone too soon, but never forgotten. A News 9 report.